When you fill your car, do you ever think about where the fuel actually comes from? The oil for the petrol that is pumped from the ground that takes millions of years for nature to produce? You could, however, be filling up with fuel that comes from your kitchen scraps instead. Apple cores, banana peel, and leftover vegetables can be converted into methane gas in a biogas process and be upgraded and used as fuel for vehicles. That is, if they're discarded in the right place and collected in the right way. This film is about biogas. Biogas is a gaseous renewable fuel which, amongst other things, can be used for vehicles and is produced through oxygen-free decomposition of organic material called anaerobic digestion. Here you see the gas bubbling through the water. Examples of materials that can be digested into biogas include food waste, sewage sludge, hay and crop residue, manure from livestock, and algae from the sea. Skåne has very good potential for producing biogas, and targeted investments in all parts of the biogas chain are being made within the region. In this film, we will follow some people who are working with biogas.
In September 2010, the project Biogas Skåne, an energy system creating sustainable development by combating climate change, started, named BIOGASSYS. We are 7 organizations working in the project, which is partly financed by the EU LIFE program. The project runs to 2015 and has the aim to demonstrate the biogas life cycle chain, but also to demonstrate the potential of biogas to become one of the major contributors in the European energy mix.
The Department of Biotechnology at Lund University runs a research station at Annabergs farm, situated in the middle of Skåne. Here, agricultural byproducts contribute to the material that is digested to form biogas, the so-called biomass. The department carries out its activities, research and development at the Chemical Centre in Lund. From small-scale experiments in Lund, processes on a large scale are designed at the research station for applications within, for example, industry.
To measure biogas potential is quite time demanding, but here at our Department of Biotechnology we have developed an instrument where we can measure 15 parallel channels, and it means that we can run mixtures of substrates in order to evaluate the proper composition. We can then register amount of biogas or of methane produced, and also then the time consumed for its production. And biogas is of global interest, and here at the department we have students from all over the world. For example, a few Pakistani students dealing with biogas potential from bagasse, which you get from sugarcane.
Biomass includes all biological life. The amount of biogas that is produced varies according to the composition of the biomass. Here, samples are taken of the bagasse. Some biomass, such as that which is high in fat, provides a lot of gas, while other types produce less. The production of biogas depends on the composition of the biomass. If different substrates are used, such as those rich in starch and those that are meat-based, including slaughterhouse waste, and mixed in appropriate amounts, the digestion process is faster and the production of biogas is greater. Finding the right mix of substrate is very important. GIS is an acronym for Geographic Information System and is a map-based tool in the form of images which is used in community planning when, for example, building new residential areas. The development of a GIS tool for biogas in Skåne is an important goal within the BIOGASSYS project. GIS can, for example, show where agricultural residues are located that could be converted into biogas. It can also show the optimal location for a new production plant. In the BIOGASSYS project, several new gas applications, such as micro-CHP plants, are to be tested in various places in Skåne. A gas-driven heat pump extracts additional energy from the air, the ground, or from sun insolation. The function of the heat pump is to concentrate energy by raising the temperature so that it can be used for the production of hot water in buildings. This extra supply of heat gives the gas heat pump a higher efficiency than an efficient gas boiler. Several gas heat pumps will be installed in small facilities as here in Limhamn and around Skåne. Biogas is becoming more and more popular as a vehicle fuel. Volvo delivers 10 new trucks that run on the new technology MDE, that stands for methane diesel engine, which means that methane in the gas can be used together with diesel in an ordinary diesel engine. This results in lower emissions of carbon dioxide.
At E.ON's filling station for compressed gas in Malmö today, vehicle gas with a mix of biogas and natural gas is delivered. And this gives you about 50% lower carbon footprint than if you drive with diesel. A new filling station is planned in Malmö, which will be filled with liquefied biogas, and this gives you 80% lower emissions.
More and more organisations are turning to biogas. A steadily growing part of the taxi fleet in Malmö is now running on biogas, which has proven to be both practical and cheaper to refuel than petrol. In addition, the vehicles running on biogas are helping to keep levels of harmful emissions low in the city air.
In Malmö, all the city buses runs on a mix of CNG and biogas. Thanks to this fact, they contribute much less to the global warming than they would have done if they would have run on diesel or gasoline. We also have positive effects on the air quality thanks to the fact that they run on CNG and biogas.
In Malmö, as well as other cities in Skåne, all inhabitants will soon be separating their food waste into separate bins. The organic waste is turned into biogas rich in energy that can be used to fuel buses and cars. Most people in Malmö sort their food waste by putting it into a paper bag, which is then placed in a special waste container. The facility Jordberga, situated outside Trelleborg, is at present in the planning stages. The goal is to start biogas production here using raw materials from agriculture. In the BIOGASSYS project, the prerequisites will be created to return the biofertilizer produced here to the arable land and subsequently provide nutrients for future crops. The raw materials for the start of the project are corn and beet.
Out here, on the old sugar factory, we shall produce 110 GWh of biogas. These gas are upgraded to quality gas and delivered to the gas network. This unique project is seen to give traffic fuels to 110 million litre gas line.
Foul-smelling algae and seaweed is a major problem for people living in the south of Skåne. But now attempts are being made to produce biogas from the algae. It may then be regarded as being a resource instead.
By participating in the project, the city of Trelleborg has the opportunity to contribute to biogas development in Skåne. As host of the Trelleborg Biogas Center, we can offer study visits, training, conferences and an interesting exhibition.
In many ways, Skåne is similar to the rest of continental Europe in terms of opportunities and obstacles in achieving good biogas development.
To optimize the biogas development in Skåne, it's important to get knowledge about what work on biogas that is done in Europe. By studying the biogas work in Europe, Skåne can get help to learn more about new technologies, identify new potential markets, target groups of consumers, and new field of application for biogas. So by taking care of the knowledge and the good examples that are in Europe, we can contribute to a quicker and more optimal biogas development in Skåne and in the European Union.
If carbon dioxide emissions from coal and oil continue to increase at the same rate as at present, the effect on climatic change will be devastating.
So, what can we do?
The answer is just as simple as it is difficult. We must allow all fossil carbon to remain in the earth and not release it into the atmosphere. All burning of coal and oil must cease. Converting to energy systems using renewable energy is the most important thing we can do. Biogas is a part of this solution.